Hey people, it's Thursday once again. I apologize for my less than peppy exterior and outlook on life right now. Um, I have a good reason for not being happy. My cat, my beautiful little girl, this right here, I've had her for 12 years. She was just diagnosed with a fast cancer, and I'm not sure how long she's going to be with me, so I'm kind of, well, I'm very bummed. So, again, I apologize if I'm just not happy today. After that, this week's theme was 3 questions that everyone's asking each other. My questions were asked to me by Nate, who was not very nice, I must say. The first question is favorite and least favorite nicknames. Now, if I wanted to cop this out, I could say that technically Katie is a nickname because my name is Caitlin. Um, just saying. But I will play nice. I really don't have a particular favorite nickname. I get called lots of different things, usually having something to do with the show that I'm currently in. While I was in Titus Andronicus, people referred to me as Lovely Lucius because I was young Lucius. So that was pretty awesome. Um, while I was in Much Ado About Nothing, I was called the Accused Slut, which was pretty fun, awesome. I was playing Hero, by the way. So yeah. My least favorite nickname, when I played soccer, there were some girls on my team who called me Cat because there were like 4 other Caitlins. Sorry, I'm just gonna adjust that. Anyway, there were like 4 other Caitlins on my team, so yeah, I was Cat. It got really irritating. Number 2, I'm gonna skip for now and come back to after I answer number 3. Number 3 is the question of the week, dinner with a dead person. Mine would have to be Cole Porter. I was debating on whether I would say Oscar Wilde or Cole Porter, but I figured someone has already said Oscar Wilde. So Cole Porter, the writer of such musicals as Kiss Me Kate. He also wrote a lot of songs that were famous in his day, but that a lot of people don't even realize were written by him anymore. I love Cole Porter. I think he was a fascinating guy. He had a really interesting life, and I love all of his music. It makes me happy to hear it. So, number 2. Let's see if I can put this better than Nate did. Um, he asked me what character I identified with in a negative way, what aspects of the character I saw in myself that weren't a good thing. Um, this probably requires more thought than I have put into this, and I might have to come back to it later because it's actually a really awesome question, and I am very impressed with him thinking of it. Um, I'm gonna have to go with Mark Cohen in the musical Rent. Mark is one of my favorite uh, characters in musicals, and I love him to death, but shortcomings I see in him, I certainly see in myself. I think that, like Mark, I probably care a little bit too much about what other people's about what other people think and other people's opinions of me. I push people too much, even if it's meant in the right way. I tend to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until they're like, okay, enough already. Um, what was the other thing I was gonna say? I'm really tired. I also think that, like Mark, I uh, I avoid dealing with things directly. I try to, pretend that they're not happening and um, just try to pretend that everything's okay even when it's not. I mean, my cat dying is a perfect example of this. I would rather pretend that it's not happening and then just let it kind of happen suddenly, and that's probably not the healthiest attitude to have toward it. And so yeah, there's a few other things like that I just, whenever I watch Rent or listen to it, I'm like, oh, I keep doing that too. I know how that is. So yeah. Um, and as for the no Shakespeare thing, that was kind of mean. I actually wasn't going to say Hamlet. I think that everyone can see a little bit of Hamlet in themselves, so I wasn't going to say Hamlet per se. Although, I do certainly see aspects of myself in Hamlet and um, other Shakespeare characters, but that's why Shakespeare was brilliant. I think everyone can see a little bit of themselves in one Shakespeare character or another. So, my questions for AJ are number one, what are your predictions for the Groundlings shows this year? The Groundlings always do 2 shows. What do you think they're going to be? And be honest. Don't say Titus Andronicus just because you want it to be true. Be honest. Number 2. What female character in Shakespeare and in musical theater have you always wanted to play, but you know you never will because you're a guy? And of course, number 3, might as well not even pretend it's gonna be anything else. Dinner with a dead person, AJ. Fess up. Who is it? Okay then. Um, I have to go and get ready to go to rehearsal, which I'm supposed to be leaving for in 10 minutes. Lovely. Um, so I will see you guys next week. Happy weekend, y'all.